Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild versus Elden Ring. Two giant games, very popular games too. In this video, I want to find out which I like more, because I do think they're both very good games, but they're also very similar. And I don't know. Here's the thing: they're similar yet different. But I think they are similar in that they're both very well. For one, they're kind of innovative in their respective franchises. For one, Zelda. Well, I'm sure you already know if you're watching this, but it took Zelda into an open world, whereas the 3D games were open-ish, but they were mostly still linear. And I think I'm not sure because I wasn't really around for that time, but I think people were getting tired of what Zelda was before this game. You got Skyward Sword. I know that I got a pretty bad reception, and I think people just wanted something different. So that's what this is. With Elden Ring, it's not really a franchise, but you can still make that argument because the Souls games and stuff like Bloodborne, Sekiro not so much, but they're all very similar. They're pretty much the same franchise, so you could call it that. But this one was different in that, once again, Dark Souls. I haven't played those games. Dark Souls, Bloodborne. I do have Bloodborne, but I haven't played it. I haven't played them, but I know that they are sort of open, but not. They're still pretty linear. Elden Ring is different in that you can just go wherever you want, do wherever you want, do everything as you want, do whatever you want. And I think here's the thing with Elden Ring. Here's the disc. I found very overwhelming because there's just so much to do. There's so many bosses, so many different side quests to do, and it's just a huge world as well, where you can just easily get lost in. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that it's very immersive, and just one of the things I liked about this game the most is just seeing something in the distance and being like, oh, what's that? And then you go to it and it's like this building and you just get lost in there for hours trying to explore it and see, get to the end of it. So I really like that about this game. Breath of the Wild didn't really have that much for me, because I would see stuff like that in the world where I just wanted to go to it and explore, but for the most part I just didn't see that a lot. It didn't happen as often as it did in Elden Ring. I'm holding it upside down. It didn't happen as much as it did here, but this is a smaller. The world feels smaller, and it feels easier to travel in this world. So while this had more stuff to explore, I guess, more interesting stuff to look at, in my opinion, I think this made it easier to travel because it's just a smaller world, even if it had less interesting stuff, in my opinion. Interesting stuff to look at, that is. Elden Ring, I think, obviously, it has the better combat. I mean, Breath of the Wild, the combat is good, but at a certain point, I mean, it's good. There's no doubt in that. But at a certain point, you can just kill everything pretty easily. And there's also that system with weapons breaking, and you can get infinite food, so you can just, if you're in a boss battle, you can just pause the game and just eat, get your health back up, even get some potions or whatever, and boom, you can just easily kill the boss. So I mean, it is kind of unfair to compare these two with difficulty, but I at the end of the day, I still prefer the difficulty of Elden Ring. I need to wrap this up because it's getting darker and darker. But what I was trying to say is that with Breath of the Wild, it's the system with the weapons breaking and all that. I didn't mind as much as I've heard other people, but other people talk about it. But I still thought it was kind of annoying because I would try to keep my good weapons. I would try not to use them so that I could then use them on the better or stronger enemies, but I found myself never using them. And then by the end of it, I was like, you know what, just screw it, I'll use it on a goblin. I don't care, I'll just use it. It doesn't matter, I'll get one again. So yeah, that's kind of my issue with this game. It can feel like in the first few hours of the game, it does feel a little challenging, but then by like the middle section of the game, it's just blasting through it. Now with Elden Ring, there is something different there, because with Elden Ring, you can level up, get powerful, get strong, and then you can blast through a boss one time. But it's only one time, because after that you got more bosses, and I guess depending on what order you do them, it varies, but the next boss is more likely to be hard, and you still gotta try to level up, and it's still gonna be challenging. It's not gonna be like the previous boss where you could even if it took you a couple tries, you were able to defeat him, but now you gotta still keep leveling up. And I say it depends on the order you do them, because I know, alright, I don't think this is spoilers, but there's a boss that's in like a red area. I don't remember that area's name, and I guess it's better if I don't say, for people who haven't played the game, don't want spoilers. But there's a boss there, and I'm pretty sure it's the main boss, where I've heard a lot of people say that they struggle a lot, and it's one of the hardest bosses in the game. For me, I did it on my second try. Why? Because I did like 5 other main bosses before it. I didn't even know I was supposed to go there. And that's one of the things I like about this game. You can play it however you want. But at the same time, it's one of the things I don't like about this game, because I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Because yes, you got the grace, the checkpoints, and if you open the map, it will point to where you're supposed to go. But a lot of times, you get a bunch of them, and they're all kind of pointing in the same direction or different directions, and I'm not entirely sure where I'm actually supposed to go. Or even if I go towards the direction, I struggle to find the main boss in that area. So that's why I spent 130 hours in this game, and I still haven't beat it. Now the reason for that is because my PS4 broke down. I can't play it, but still, that is kind of ridiculous to me. And it's probably on me because of the way I play the game. But yeah, I wish I could finish it, but I can't. And honestly, I don't know if I would go back to it, because I feel like I've just had enough of that world. Maybe at some point I'll go back to it, but it kind of felt the same with Breath of the Wild. By the end of it, it was just like, okay, this is it's still fun, and the same applies for Elden Ring. Like, it's still fun playing it, but I just want to, it kind of, at least for Elden Ring, it just kind of overstayed its welcome a little. With Breath of the Wild, it's a little shorter, and I still want to go back to it because I want to do at least most of the shrines. I still want to do that. Yeah, and I think I prefer Breath of the Wild over Elden Ring. And the reason for that is because even though this is still a grand scale game, it's a big open world and all that, it is still smaller than Elden Ring, and I kind of prefer that. As well as, like, I really like the shrine because it kind of gives it a change of pace in terms of the gameplay, and it's just something different. Whereas with Elden Ring, you're just fighting stuff a lot. But I don't know, it's a really hard decision. I don't know which I prefer, actually. But I think I'm gonna have to go with Breath of the Wild. But yeah, this was a lot of rambling in this video. A lot of me just saying nonsense. I don't know what I'm saying. So I'm just gonna wrap this up. So bye bye.